Plaintiff Monica McCambry says the defendant proposed to her while he was serving a 45-day jail sentence. But she later learned he only proposed to her because of a bet. Monica is suing her ex-husband for unpaid child support. Defendant Jonathan Palm denies proposing to Monica because of a bet, and he says he doesn't owe her for child support because he's been paying her directly.
Start with you.
We met when we was 12. When he was 12, we met, and then we got together when he was 17. We've been together on and off for about 8 years. You know how a guy normally proposed to a girl down on one knee? Well, he asked me to marry him while he was serving a 45-day sentence. Later on down the line, within an argument me and him had, he told me that it was something that him and the guys had kind of betted on while they was in jail, trying to see who all girlfriend was going to come up and marry them. So
Okay, but you did.
Yeah, of course I did. Because I loved him at that time, yeah.
All right, so why are you saying now you act like he did something wrong?
He
must have did something right. You married him.
Of course.
However he asked you, you said yes.
Of course.
Some women will say, no, you got to bring a ring.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get down on one knee. They'll tell you everything they want you to do. Flowers. Otherwise, they'll say, no, you're not ready yet. But if you say yes, that means you're all right with it.
Of course I was all right with it.
Why are you making an issue of it now?
No, he didn't take it serious. I don't think that he took it serious is what I'm saying, because he cheated all throughout the relationship, and we got back together millions of times. I mean, I'm not exaggerating when I say millions. We got back together on and off from then on. We got our divorce in 2008, and that's kind of where it ended. Then I still let him come back and forth a lot. I let him come back and forth from 2008 and 2005. I let him come back and forth a lot, like we'll get back together, try to work things out.
Living with you?
Yeah.
Like how many months on average per year?
After we got our divorce, we tried again once, but I would let him still come visit. I would let him come to the house and visit, and whenever he would visit, I would let him stay there for maybe 2 days, 3 days, whenever he would come up to visit us. It was never us in a relationship again after we tried the last time.
All right. You want to give me some background?
As far as all that bet, I don't know about making no bet with nobody in jail. At the time, she held me down while I was in there. Before I even went to jail, though, we was together. So I felt like if I was going to be with somebody, I might as well be with her. You know what I'm saying? She stuck with me while I was in jail, so.
All right. You want to give me your view of the relationship or the marriage?
Well, I was 12 at the time, you know what I'm saying? Time passed or whatever. 17 come around. Try to holler at her again. Actually, she came down to see her family because her family is from the same area I'm from. She was coming back and forth to see them or whatever. So I seen her under the building one day. I was with her brother. And I turned around, it was a shock. I seen her. I knew I had her though. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like they was always telling me though, right when I got out, they was telling me, you know what I'm saying? She was asking about me or whatever. I talked to her on the phone maybe, I don't know, once probably. And she sent me off like, I'm finna come up there and see you. She never came, so I'm fresh out. I'm on to the next one. So, actually, I'm serious.
However he asked you, you said yes.
Of course.
Some women will say, no, you got to bring a ring. Mm-hmm. You got to get down on one knee. They'll tell you everything they want you to do. Flowers. Otherwise, they'll say, no, you're not ready yet. But if you say yes, that means you're all right with it.
Of course, I was all right with it.
Why are you making an issue of it now?
Plaintiff Monica McCambry is suing her ex-husband, who she claims proposed to her while he was serving a 45-day jail sentence.
Let's get to what you're suing him about, child support. How does he owe you for that?
Because I got a whole story for you. But
all right, I'll let her go first.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
The child support is pretty much, he has paid maybe like 8 months straight, mm-hmm. but the divorce decree was established in 2008. It was $263 a month. And he didn't start paying when we first got the divorce. He actually initiated, he called and initiated the child support people to start taking the money out. And that it was already established,
good.
But we never enforced it. He actually called and got it enforced.
That's smart.
Yeah,
he did that when?
Early 2000.
2009, summer.
Sometime 2009.
Okay. So if they were deducting it, how does he owe?
He stopped paying now.
Did he stop working?
He quit his job.
All right. And you have the statement showing how much he's in arrears?
Yes.
Sir, what do you want to tell me?
I don't feel like I owe none of that.
Why not?
I do understand I got a child with her, and I was sending her money. And I turned myself into child support because she kept threatening me, like, if you don't do this, then I'm gonna turn you into child support. So I got tired of all that threatening. So I called him like, look, I got a job, I'm working here, XYZ. I start taking the child support out. I called him and told her that.
I can almost guess what you're gonna tell me. And that is that you were paying her cash outside of it, right?
Yeah.
And she's gonna say, well, those are gifts. Or
That's exactly what they told me. Like, and the lady basically specifically told me that's not my problem. You shouldn't have gave it to her.
Yep. And I tell young people that all the time. You should be happy she's putting you on child support so that you can get credit for the monies you give. Otherwise, the hearing officer or judge can either accept what you've contributed outside of the order, or they can say, that was a gift. I don't have anything to do with that. They'll say, all I know is the judge ordered you to pay this amount, and you should have been paying it through the court because she says that the amount you're paying wasn't enough. Watch this. Ma'am, do you give him credit for all the cash and all the things that he sent to you?
No, because from the time... Okay, well,
I'm not even mad because that's what she said. That's what she said when the lady said, if she say that that's a gift,
Can
then...
I explain why?
Right.
From the time my son was born, my son is 8 years old, fit to be 9 now. From the time that he was born up until he sent that first money that he sent me.
How old?
Okay, probably 7.
That's when he first sent your money order or what have you?
Yes.
Okay.
Before that, I can honestly say all he has ever done for him, he bought him 5 outfits one summer. Okay. He had to been like 5 years old. And he sent him 2 pair of Jordans and 3 pair of pants and 2 sweaters. Other than that, I have been doing everything for my son since day one, and he cannot even deny that.
And sir, had you been doing more, and had you been doing it through the courts, you would have been given credit. I can't supersede the judgment of another judge. All I can do is enforce it. All right? So I'm going to have to grant her judgment. And in the future, sir, I suggest you make sure that the court is prepared to give you credit for any payments you make prior to making payments. All right? Good luck to you. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Feelings, and I hope that we could try to rebuild our relationship outside of a relationship as parents.
I just want to see my son. I don't care about nothing else.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him see his son.